This is part 3 of our 3-part video series on the parks of the St. Lawrence. In part 1, we visited Woodlands Campground, part 2 was McLaren Campground, and today we're at the Upper Canada Migratory Bird Sanctuary Campground. In today's video, we'll be exploring this unique park, hiking some trails, riding our bikes on the Great Lakes Waterfront Trail, walking on an underwater road, and enjoying some wine, wood-fired pizza, and charcuterie at a local winery.
We've made it to the third campground, which is
Upper Canada Migratory Bird Sanctuary Campground.
I can't say it.
It's 11 kilometers from where we came from McLaren.
Yep.
So it's a nice quick drive. We're on the driveway to get in there. It's a pretty long driveway. The rain's coming a little bit. We'll see if we can get set up and stay dry.
The Upper Canada Migratory Bird Sanctuary Campground is part of the Parks of the St. Lawrence. It is located approximately 410 kilometers east of Toronto near the city of Cornwall. The campground is in a reserve on 2 islands in the St. Lawrence River bordering New York State.
This is our site, number 16, one of 2 full-service sites. Sue and John beside us have site 17. Full service is 3-way, which is water, sewage, and electric hookups. The sites are large, grassy. They have gravel driveway. They have some trees for shade. Sue and John's backs onto the water. Ours is lush green area. In between us is the Robin's Roost treehouse. Very cool structure. It has a wraparound porch. It has a 2-piece bathroom, kitchen with fridge, microwave, coffee maker, a spare bedroom, a full bedroom loft, and a futon, so it sleeps up to 6 people. You have use of a canoe on site. There's an outdoor shower and beautiful views of the water. Let's check out the park.
So this area here, it looks like walk-in sites, but you can actually drive in on the grass. I think this is the area that a couple of weeks ago, the Happy Camper was here. Kevin Callan with his partner Christine. I think they camped in one of these sites here. So we watched that on YouTube. You should check that out. They did a review of the Upper Canada Migratory Bird Sanctuary Campground.
And let's just hope it's a good site then.
Fingers crossed. Pothole.
What's going on now?
I don't
This is a road. This is a road. The campsite is right down there.
This isn't a road.
It is.
Okay.
Our campsite's right along here. I swear.
We're right on the grass.
That's 216 right there.
Oh my god.
That's our site.
That's hilarious.
Let me put it in four wheel. Hold on. I gotta put it in four wheel.
It's nice. I like it. Good job, Kevin. Good job. Yeah.
So we're in Morrison Island. Sites 200 to 216 or so. Has their own little private beach right here. Right now it's Friday morning and there is nobody here. So it's pretty cool. We're checking it out.
We'll wander and see.
Yeah, we'll have a look at some more. But it looks really nice here. If you don't need water or electric, anything like that, I don't know if you can put trailers in here. I doubt it. It's probably all tenting. But
they're quite large though.
It's good enough for solar. You could certainly set up solar here because there's not a lot of big trees.
There are 2 sandy beaches, one in each campground. They are quite shallow for quite a distance, and the bottom is sandy. They're great for the kiddos.
There is one dump station. It's directly across from the comfort station and right in front of a campsite. It is one dump spot with a tap. You'll need your own hose if you want to do a black water flush or clean out your sewage hose. There's one tap for potable water fill-up. It is threaded. You're going to need your own water hose. There is one boat launch, and it's in the Nairn Island Campground.
The group sites are currently not being used. They are under some sort of renovation or construction presently, so not sure when those are going to be up and going again.
We are hooked up to all 3, water, electric, and sewage here. That's very rare for us. Just to show you how we do hook up to water though, we put a Y connector at the very top. So we got one side going to our trailer and the other side is set. We can put a hose on here, like a green garden hose to spray things off, or just leave it open like this and we can rinse our hands off there, fill up the dog water bowl, that sort of thing. Attached to the Y connector is a water pressure regulator. You never know what the water pressure is going to be at one of these parks. You don't want too much pressure going into your trailer, which could damage your plumbing and your pipes. So we have a water pressure regulator. Many of them come that you can set what pressure it's at, or it shows on a dial what pressure it's at. This is a very simple one. I don't even know what pressure it's set at, but it's designed for RVs, so it reduces the pressure so that there's no issues with the plumbing. Then we have our water filter on here. All water going into the trailer is filtered through here and then goes to the hose and into the trailer. With the electrical, what we do is we always turn off the breakers if they're not already turned off. We attach our surge protector into it. Many people have an EMS, electronics management system. That is better. We've cheaped out a little bit and we've gotten away with it so far, but at least some form of protection. We do have a surge protector on there from Camco. We plug in the surge protector, check the lights to make sure that everything is correct at the pedestal from the electrical perspective. And then we plug in the cord to the surge protector. Let's have a look at the sewage here. As you can see, I have the sewer hose attached. I always have a clear piece in here so I can see what's coming out of the trailer. It's a little bit gross to watch, but it lets you know what's coming out of the trailer. And when you see clean water coming out, you know that your tank is fairly empty. If you'll notice here, both of these valves are closed. You do not want to leave your tanks open. Your tanks are designed to have water in them or liquid in them for when things come. If you have your black tank open, if you deposit solid waste into your tank, it's just going to go splat and sit there at the bottom of your tank. It's not like a plumbing system at a home. It doesn't go through. So when you're hooked up to plumbing, you still keep your tanks closed. When the tanks are 2/3 full or more, that's the time to dump, because then gravity helps and gets it all out. Now, normally I would not attach the hose immediately when I get to a site, because that means I got to put on the gloves and do everything just to attach it. There's no reason for that. When I do want to dump, that's when I come and attach the hose, put on my gloves and get prepared for it. When we got here yesterday, we hadn't dumped from the last campsite, so I needed to dump immediately. That's why the hose is hooked up. That's not your dog. It's too small to be your dog.
But I'd rather have this one.
What are you doing?
That sounds good.
Here we go here.
3 locally sourced cheeses. It says done safe for 2 people.
There we go. We have the number 5 flight. It's self-serve.
Oh, there it is.
You go there, and there's all the drinks that we're having. So we're getting
You want that?
number 5 rosé and dry reds,
Add 475.
2023 Harmony Rosé, 2019 Frontenac Noir Cabernet Franc, 2019 Missio, and a 2020 FNCS Party of,
Two.
I don't know,
Two.
Party of 2.
Okay, so go get us
So that's it. And we're gonna get a margarita pizza
a charcuterie for 2.
and a charcuterie for 2. Nice.
All right, away you go.
Oh my, look at that.
What do you think? Are you hungry?
I mean, even the peppers taste good.
Cheers.
That's not sweet.
What do you have there, Cheryl?
Okay with it. We got us a bottle of FNCS.
What does that stand for?
Frontenac Noir Cabernet Sauvignon.
Exactly.
And this is Party of...
Nothing.
Party
We can
of 2.
fill it in ourselves, I guess. That's
Oh,
that's
what the marker is for. For Party of
Smart.
2.
Yeah.
What you got going on here, Cheryl?
I got Rice Krispie Squares in a fish cooker thingy. Whoops. Uh-oh. You know, to cook a fish over a barbecue or fire.
Is that what that's for?
Yeah.
Well,
Because
then
the,
it
the
will-
size looked right, like the grading looked right, because when you roast the marshmallow or the Rice Krispie Squares, they really melt off fast, because I tried it on the shish kebab sticks. So that didn't work out great. So I thought I'd try this. And you got to flip it around, right?
So let's see it in action.
I haven't used this before, so it's different with no grates on your fire.
It'd be a lot easier if you just set that on the grate, huh?
Yeah.
Now, my question is that the snap, crackle, pop of the Rice Krispies or the fire that we're hearing?
Maybe it's a combination. Snap, snap, crackle, crackle, pop, pop. Boy. Whoops, that's not part of it.
That's their cousin.
Wait.
What's John got?
How's the s'more?
Schwarzy.
S'moresy good?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yuck.
I think we've been through this before, Ben, that you're kind of a party pooper. You don't like roasted weenies or s'mores. And yeah, a lot of people are on board with Ben.
Krispies.
Rice, well, he kind of likes Rice Krispie Squares.
And you definitely have it with
They might awaken a taste bud.
Oh! What? Oh no! Save it! Save it!
Don't
Save
touch
it.
the steel.
What
That'll
are we
be
gonna
hot.
do?
Drag it out. Yeah. You got one saved.
Ah! What to do?
How'd that happen?
What to do?
just happened.
Here's what we'll do.
Hey, give me a stick. Lift that baby up. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah.
We got to work together here.
So it's well done.
I don't know what we're doing though.
Yeah, but Cheryl, straighten her out.
Grab it.
I can't. It's hot
How do you know?
because it was in the fire.
The Rice Krispie Square, not the thing.
Oh,
Grab the Rice Krispie
it'll
Square.
be hot probably. It'll be.
How's that?
Uh-oh.
Mouth's watering.
Is it good? Or is it just regular?
Oh, bite.
No. Okay, I know you probably can't see me right now,
I cannot see you.
but that's because I don't want to have any light on, because when I turn on the light, you got to see what happens.
This is
Check
wild.
this out when you turn on the light.
Okay, here we go.
Here they come.
Never hitting me.
Look at this.
A few of them went over
Put the
the fire.
GoPro a little closer this way. Yeah. Look at that. They just keep hitting the lens.
Yeah,
Okay, they're covering me right now. They're all over me.
oh my
Okay,
God.
this is a bug repeller. Look, there's one on my lens right now. I can't see.
What are they?
This is a bug repeller, and I turn the light on it, and the bugs are all over it. Does anybody know what these things are?
They're clear wings.
This is a mosquito repeller with the 40-foot dome of protection on it right now. But then again, these actually aren't mosquitoes, but
Ugh.
it's not repelling them too well. We're heading off to do some trails. Strange thing about these trails, there's no dogs permitted on the trails.
Yeah, which I've never heard of before. But I guess being bird sanctuary, you don't want the dogs scaring off the birds.
So this is a walk without jacks, which feels kind of weird.
Uh-huh.
Poor little fella. So we're checking it out. Now there's one correction from the map. The Meadowlark Trail showing on the map, that isn't maintained in the summertime. That is a winter trail for
don't do that one.
skiing. So yeah, that one's not maintained. So we're heading down to the head of the trails, and we're gonna check out some of the trails.
Any takers?
This whole boardwalk is floating, so just be careful with your steps, because it moves a little bit, especially when you go from one platform to the next. Cheryl found that out already.
Actually, there's a few I see.
Don't have it on film though.
There's a few. There's the odd screw that's a little elevated off the board, so it's perfect for tripping on. And I find them every time. I think we're gonna do the Red Wing Trail. It's a little mucky around here. Oh, another boardwalk. That's a nice relief. Ah. Oof. Oh.
See, that's not going to help with the birds.
Oh, okay. All yours. Birds.
What do you think about bug spray here?
Yes. It didn't even rain and it's really muddy and mosquito-y. Okay, we'll take this offshoot. The Blue Heron Trail.
Waterview Trail is a very handy bike trail that goes through this park as well as many other parts of the St. Lawrence, as it goes all along the St. Lawrence from Quebec right along Lake Ontario. Yeah, it's a very long trail, but it goes right through here, and it is getting well used today as it's Saturday. Lots of people on this trail.
It's a nice trail.
For cell service, Koodo, Bell, Telus, Virgin Mobile, Rogers, and Fido. You get a good, reliable cell signal here. LTE Plus, have no problem with surfing the internet, watching videos, phone calls, text messaging. It's all good.
There's fishing for muskie, bass, perch, pike, and pickerel.
It's Cheryl's Loo Review, Loo Review. Let's all talk about loos. Don't ask Ben, don't ask Jax, ask Cheryl. Cheryl's Loo Review.
On Heron Island, where we are camping at, there are no vault toilets, just one centrally located comfort station with flush toilets, showers, laundry facilities. On Morrison Island, they have vault toilets only. The two red ones on the main strip, they're clean. They have hand and sanitizer, but they are full, almost to the rim. And just down a ways in the next campground, we have these luxury wedding style portable johns, his and hers. They come with an RV flush toilet, running water to wash your hands, soap, paper towels, mirror, light. There's a teeny little window, extra toilet paper, trash can. Yeah, so they're pretty loaded. These ones are nice. So I'm going to rate these a flower.
another beautiful paddle on the St. Lawrence River.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Jacksikins. Your favorite sport, buddy. Turn around and go back. It's gonna be hard to tell.
Jax and I are just walking down the old road here. I'm actually honoring the Sunken Road right now. You'll be able to see it from our drone footage. You can see the road going all along here. And it's, what, 2.5, 3 feet deep here? And we're 150 meters from shore. So that's pretty cool. Jax, go see Mama. Go see her. Go see her. Go get her. Go get her.
Oh, good boy.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Cheryl and Sue are desperate to see a sunset, so they're walking out in the water to see if they can get to see the sunset. So we'll see how it turns out when they get back. Can you see it? So Cheryl,
Ben.
how was your quest for the sunset?
Oh, we didn't find it.
You didn't find it?
Oh, we walked in the water. I only had my shorts on, so I can only go so high. And then Sue, I skedoodled her out past the buoy line, and she went. And she was upset because she couldn't find it. And I said, it's probably down behind the trees, back the opposite way. We have to go back to the bridge, but
Did anybody try to take a picture anyway?
I did.
Okay. Can we see that?
Just pink clouds.
Let's look at it right now.
Not as good as it is. Slightly pink tinged clouds, so that was better than nothing. Well, it's that time again for Cole's Notes, and we are at...
The Upper Canada Migratory Bird Sanctuary Campground.
That's too many words in a row for me.
UCMBS.
Yes, yes. This is a lovely park. What do you think of this one?
Well, this is our last of the 3 parks
Yes.
that we've been to on the from the parks of the St. Lawrence.
Woodside? Did I say that correct?
No, Woodland.
Woodland? I did not say it right again. Woodland, then McLaren, and then this one.
UCMBS.
Yes.
And there are 10 parks, I believe.
Yes, those are
10
parks.
campgrounds for the parks of the St. Lawrence.
Yes, they're all very slightly different in their own ways, which is good.
And while we were here, we visited, I think, 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, we thought we'd just check them all out and
Just drove through them or rode through them on our bikes and checked them out, got a little bit of footage. And as you've seen over the last 3 videos, we have shown a little bit of each campground, certainly not in depth at all, but it gives you a little bit of an idea of what they look like.
yes, and I forgot to mention the date is July 28th, 2024. Yes, so I think this one was a slightly quieter park than the other 2 because it is a bit smaller and the 2 campgrounds are quite spread apart.
Yeah, they're really far apart.
Yeah.
You say quieter, except for one thing.
What? Oh, yes. For you train enthusiasts, yes, you know where I'm going with this. I did not know this when we booked this, but there are trains.
Yes, and to tell you the truth, I didn't even notice until Sue and John pointed it out, and then I did notice. And there's trains at all hours of the day and night.
Well, it's not that often because you don't really notice it.
Yeah.
There's not a set schedule.
But yeah, sometimes it'll be 2 or 3 times in an hour, then you'll go hours without a train.
Yeah.
But yeah, you hear it. It's not a big deal. It's not something that's going to keep you awake at night, but you do hear the train
I
blowing.
did hear it the one night when I was awake, like midnight.
Yeah.
If
So
you're in a tent, you'll hear it more.
you hear the whistle blowing, and you can actually hear it going along the tracks.
Yeah, the rumbling. So I don't know if you'd hear it down in Morrison Campground because it's further away.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're in Nairn. And
Nairn Island. Yeah.
Nairn
and
Island.
Morrison Island.
Yeah, and we're closer.
It's kind of cool that we're on 2 islands here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
it's neat. So what's different? So this park is there's a boat launch area. Like there's an actual dock.
Yeah.
You can have boats, like regular boats, motorboats, kayaks, canoes.
And you can get out there doing some fishing.
Yep.
And this is the main St. Lawrence Seaway. So we've seen a lot of big ships come through.
Yes.
And they blow their horns. And that's kind of cool.
Yes. And at nighttime, you can see the lights on the back of the ship and the top of the ship. Yeah, you can see it coming.
And the other night, for some reason, there's fireworks going on the U.S. side.
Yeah, in 2 different areas. So that was kind of an added bonus.
Okay, July 26th.
I was wondering if it's Olympic related. I don't know.
Yeah, it was Friday. That was the opening ceremonies for the Olympics.
Could have been that.
So maybe that's what it was,
Anyways. So, and what else do we have? Okay, just like McLaren, there's a little dump spot
And it
on
has,
the road
yeah,
in front of a
campsite.
across from the dump or the comfort station,
Yeah.
which is kind of an interesting spot.
And it was cute. I saw a little boy with his bicycle helmet on, playing right next to the dump spigot. Just playing in the grass right there because that was his campsite. So, yeah, it's weird positioning for the dump stations. I'm not a fan of having them right in the main campgrounds themselves.
No, that's just not
Yeah.
proper etiquette. I don't know.
But what's awesome is that we had one of the 2 3-service sites. So we're able to do everything right at our campsite, and we don't have to go use that dump station.
Yeah, so it's on either side of the robin's nest behind us, which is our cool tree house.
Robin's Roost.
I'm not working today. The Robin's Roost.
Yeah, that Robin's Roost is cool. We've never seen anything like that in a park.
Yeah, I think you have to book that like a year in advance because it's just quick turnover. There's people coming, people going, people coming and going.
$347 a night, 3-night minimum. And I think a week is $2,100 and something dollars. But it is definitely a very unique experience.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, because of where we're positioned, I think the reason we have the 3-service sites here, we're basically in the driveway to Robin's Roost.
Yeah, so it's all.
And so they have their septic, and we're just plugged into that.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually gave us one of the most private sites in the campground because it is a very open campground.
Mm-hmm.
But with the way we are, we have Robin's Roost next to us, and our trailer blocks the view of most of the rest of the campground. So we've got a pretty decent site here.
Mm-hmm. There are 2 cabins. One is which is dog friendly, which is nice. They have that in each of the campgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a dog friendly one for pups. Group sites, yeah, we checked those out. That's a no-go. They apparently are under renovation or whatever, so who knows when those will open up again, but hopefully in the future. Yeah, the more isolated sites are Morrison Island, which is way down yonder.
Yeah.
So if you want more privacy, there's no comfort station there, just some vault toilets.
Yeah.
I showed.
And very different type of camping over there where you actually, I would consider it a walk-in site because you'd normally walk into it. You don't normally drive on grass, but along the parts of the St. Lawrence and the Long Sault Parkway, they don't mind. They encourage you driving on the grass. And so to get to those sites along the water's edge,
Yeah, you have to drive on the grass.
you drive right on the grass and you park on the grass at your site. So that's a little different. I thought it was strange when we were on the Long Sault Parkway and I saw people driving across the grass. I thought, wow, the rangers aren't going to like that. But no, that's what people do, and that's where they park.
That's right. Another thing. So this park, which the other 2 that we were at, has trails, and the Trans-Canada Trail, like
The Waterfront Trail. The Waterfront Trail that goes all along from Quebec all along the St. Lawrence and Lake Ontario and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, but dogs unfortunately are not allowed on the walking trails.
Right.
I guess because it is in a bird sanctuary.
Yeah, they are allowed on the Waterfront Trail.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the hiking trails, no dogs allowed.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate. Poor Jaxie didn't get to go with us on a hike,
No.
which she loves doing.
Again, these fire pits here are just a hole in the ground. There's no actual fire grates. So if you like cooking over the fire, bring your own grates.
And they're literally a hole in the ground. There's not even rocks around it. They just dug a hole in the ground, and
That's like Jax.
that's the fire pit. Yeah.
Jax, can you dig me a fire pit, please?
Yeah. But I got to say, we had a really good time
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, we did.
At all 3 parks, we had a really good time. Now, we had some really nice sights and always had water view. So that is that helps a lot
Yes.
to make the trip enjoyable.
And what I love the best is that, well, with your permit, you can access everything, all the parks, all the islands, all the waterfront areas, the Upper Canada Village. Like, you can do everything. So you're not just contained to one spot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So when you're here, you explore it all. And it's amazing views.
Okay, so do you think we're at the park for a rating?
Oh, and one more
Oh.
thing. This park does not have a playground.
Yeah.
The other two did, right?
Yep.
Yes, this one does not have a playground, but you can always drive over to one of the other ones, I suppose.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a short bike ride to Farran.
Yeah, that's a great one. If you
Farran
bring
Campground.
your bikes, make sure you bring your bikes and you can bike the trail to Farran.
Yeah, and I think you showed a little bit of drone footage of Cheryl riding along that waterfront trail on the way to Farran. That's pretty cool with water on both sides.
Yes. All right, I guess we should
Yeah,
do a rating.
I think we did the parks right. I think each park was just a little bit better than the last park.
Depends what you like, though.
Right, and I like this park the best, mostly because it has the walking trails, and it actually has a nature center, a small nature center in the registration office. The other parks didn't have those 2 things.
And it has an actual boat launch.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like this park a little bit
more
better than the
private.
other
like,
2.
We've got all trees in this area, in this corner.
Yeah, this site is a little bit more
greenery.
private. I don't think the park itself, the campground itself, is any more private.
Unless you're down in Morrison Island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So,
let's see.
we gave it a 7 1/4, a 7 1/2, and a 7 3/4.
Oh, are we on that again? I guess since we're...
I have trouble giving it an 8 just because that's saved for some really good Ontario parks. And this is not like an Ontario park experience. This is more like a
Private campground, state park-ish.
like a vacation trip or something like that. It's not, I don't know. But are you okay with that? What do you think?
Sure.
Okay, 7 3/4 it is. Bam.
And next, we are off to
The US of A.
US of A. We are heading back to
Letchworth
Stomping
State
Grounds
Park.
of-
I can't even say it.
Letchworth State Park, the Grand Canyon of the East, and it's rated one of the top
State parks
state parks in
in the US.
And then Watkins Glen again. We're
Yep.
heading back there, right from Letchworth. So
Yep.
should be a good trip.
So next week, the video will be Letchworth State Park in New York State. So stay tuned for that.
Should be a blast.
We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. Welcome to Browns Bay Beach and Day Use area.
We thought we'd just check this area out on our way home. It's about 100 kilometers west of UCMBS. So we're on our way home. It's an hour away. We were told that this is a newly... What are you doing?
He's eating poop.
Oh, he's eating poop.
Lots of goose poop.
We're told this is a newly renovated area, so we thought we'd stop and check it out. It is a big beach area, a big picnic area, a lot of picnic tables. There is a huge washroom change room area.
It's a big unisex building, actually.
Yeah, it's very weird. Never seen anything like it.
No.
It even has foot washers in some of the bathrooms. Jax, quit eating the poop. And as you can tell, there is a lot of goose poop on the green space.
Yes.
So a lot of geese.
Wear your shoes.
Yeah,
Bring
wear
shoes. Water shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a cafeteria, outdoor patio
Yep.
with a few food items to choose from and ice cream novelties.
And a children's playground.
Yes.
Yeah.
And lots of jet skis and paddle boards and canoes and kayaks, all sorts of watercraft today.
Looks like a lot of fun. We're just stopping here to grab some lunch and then heading home. And we can still use our camping pass to get in because it's good to the end of the day, so we don't have to pay to use this.